More than 2,500 people have been evacuated from the northern districts of Kharkiv region, where active hostilities are currently taking place. Most of them are residents of Vovchansk, while the rest are from Zolochiv, Bogodukhov and Kharkiv districts.
Police is in Vovchansk. We are working, helping people. During a day, about 250 people were evacuated. Our police crews took out 160 citizens. We drove them to the point where the military administration provided buses and sent all the people to Kharkiv or wherever they needed to go.
Since May 10th, a humanitarian coordination center has been working in Kharkiv. It provides help for people from the districts of the region shelled by the Russian army. They are in charge of providing full support to the displaced people, from registration to the distribution of humanitarian aid, clothing, food and necessary medical aid. The previous day, they had received 600 calls for help.
I have been volunteering for the second year, and I have never seen people like those who are here now. They were just barefoot in their bathrobes and they just woke up, and the volunteers took them out because there were massive strikes in their houses, huge destruction. They just tolerated it until then. They kept saying that there was shelling, but it was somewhere far away, and it was as if they could ignore it.
Pensioner Maria is from Vovchansk and was evacuated by volunteers the day before. The woman says this is the first evacuation in her life and she had to agree to it. Since it is impossible to stay in the city, the constant gunfire and explosions aren't stopping for 2 days now. Russian troops have been chaotically shelling residential houses.
These guided air bombs hit so hard. I walk around my rooms. I have 4 rooms, and I hide behind every corner between 2 walls, as if it can help me cover somehow. I used to walk around there drinking tea, eating sandwiches. Oh, hopefully I can get some sleep tonight.
73-year-old Valentina evacuated to Kharkiv from another hotspot, the village of Liptsi, which is also under heavy fire from the Russian occupiers. The woman says that the formerly rapidly developing village has been destroyed to ruins. There is no water, no light, and people have not slept for a week. The house was not damaged when she left, the woman said, but she had to leave her pets behind.
I didn't want to go, but I decided to run. My daughter called and screamed, saying, "Mom, run away! She'll come and take me away from here." Everything was fine, but now houses are burning, people are being killed. We don't have time to bury the bodies, 2 or 3 people a day. It's horrible. My hands are shaking. I let the dogs go. I have 2 dogs and 3 cats. I left food for them.
As of today, the center has already received evacuation requests from 157 families. The day before, there were almost 300 of them.
A person arrives, registers, gets a coded ID, then he receives the help he needs in each of the tents, in each of the organizations represented, and then we organize further settlement from here to the final or temporary point of stay.
Volunteers from the World Central Kitchen International Organization prepared 650 hot lunches for the displaced people. The menu includes soup and a main dish. People come up, take their portions, and almost everyone is in a tearful hurry to tell their story, the volunteers say.
They require more emotional support now, and food is a kind of defense for them, and we provide that.
The Kharkiv Regional Military Administration has set up more than 800 places to accommodate people who were forced to leave their homes. If necessary, this number can be increased, the head of the Kharkiv Regional Military Administration, Oleg Senegubov, has said.
We have reached agreements with Ukrainian Railway. If there is a mass evacuation outside of Kharkiv region, we can use and separately supply train to certain directions. And we also have suburban trains running to Chuguyev, Zmiev and Krasnograd directions. I would like to thank our military, who took a hard fight. And indeed, the situation has been actually stabilized. We are analyzing further actions of the enemy in order to be ready for any developments.
In the evening of May 11th, Russian forces intensified their shelling of the northern part of the region. According to the Kharkiv military administration, more than 20 aerial bombs were fired at the Vovchansk community. 2 civilians were killed and 2 were wounded. Reported by Serhiy Kulas, Natalia Belokudrya, Andriy Domovy, UATV News.